Well, you got Finn Russell coming in, you got Pietau and Semi leaving. Looking at that, who do you think over the years has been the best ever Premiership import?
Well, there's been, actually, when you go through the archives, and producer Rob hit us with some because he loves his ruggers that much from when he was 4 years old and watching Francois Pienaar turn out for Saracens. So you think that Francois Pienaar, the South African World Cup winning iconic moment, arguably the most iconic moment in rugby, played in the Premiership back in the day for Saracens. We've had some great players. Goodey, we were chatting about Pat Howard as well that you mentioned.
Yeah, Pat Howard would 100% be the biggest impact. We won it 5 times, once with him as coach, 4 times as a player, coming over from Australia. I think he's had a massive impact. What do you judge, and this is the question, what do you judge the best import on? Is it just their individual ability? And then you're talking Charles Pietau.
Have extra. Randall feeding the ball out to Pietau. Change the direction. Pietau is through. Absolutely sublime.
You're talking Semi Radradra, Nick Evans as well, another one. Or are you talking someone that has won a lot of premierships, playing at the top week in, week out? And then it's a different conversation, isn't it? So Pat Howard, for me, had a massive impact on my career, but also hell of a import. Nick Evans was unbelievable. Only won the Prem once. I'm going to say, you've had John Schmidt, you've had World Cup winning captains in the Premiership. Yes, at Saracens. For me, one of the best imports. You played with him, Jim.
Sharp Brits, Jinx. I would say him. For me, I would say Sharp Brits. I'll tell you why. Because of the way that he played rugby. Yeah. With a smile on his face, and he punched Owen Farrell. And I know it wasn't the Premiership, but the way that he played rugby, one of the most naturally gifted athletes. I reckon he could have played NFL, right? But he played with a smile on his face, and as a hooker, been able to carry the ball, been able to step. And it is hard because there's generational around different players that have, like, we've had loads, haven't we? I remember playing with Dan Lyle, for example, from the US Eagles. Like, there's been loads. Martin Castrogiovanni at Leicester, who was a bit of a cult hero. Loved going down, taking a knee, just so when he got up, everyone cheered. Sebastian Chabal as well at Sale. Like, there's loads if you go through the archives. But for me, because I've played with him and the way that he played rugby, and I think the general consensus would be around Scalp Brits, I'm going to say him.
Yeah, hell of a bloke as well. So he wins it.
What about your mate, Geordie Murphy? Played in 7 Premiership winning teams and won 2 Heineken Cup finals.
Oh, don't see him as an import. I don't know why.
Oh, well, he is. He is an import.
I know. So am I then, if he is?
Well, no, because you came from Cov.
Oh, okay.
So that he came over from Ireland when he was about 18, and he lived with Jono's parents, lived with Jono. Yeah, I mean, you talk about most decorated players. Jordan Murphy, clearly, to you, Jim, he doesn't seem like an import, but he is, because he came over from Naas in Dublin in Ireland, or just outside Dublin. Yeah, it's a shout. Jordan Murphy's a shout as an import. But you're right, you don't see him as an import because he just spent 20-odd years at Leicester, and he is basically a Leicester mute. But that is a good shout.
Pod. Rugby pod.